This is ROW. Welcome to Rant of Whatever. I'm your host, Kevin Yarrow, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about a mythological creature that might not be so mythological. No, we're talking about gnomes. Gnomes. Cute ceramic garden decor, or actual living, breathing creatures. Well, the answer is simple. And that simple answer is that gnomes are real. The first known writing about a gnome are in a book called A Book on Nymphs, Sylphs, Pygmies, and Salamanders, and on the Other Spirits, by Paracelsus, published posthumously by Nyssa in 1566. It is believed that gnomes are a type of elemental being. They are described as 2 spans high. Now, a span is a unit of measurement that generally goes from the tip of the thumb to the tip of the pinky. It's a very general measurement. It differs between everyone, obviously. Gnomes are also very reluctant to meet humans and can move through solid ground the same as humans can move through the air. Not to be confused with elves or leprechauns, gnomes are a different kind of being. The English word is attested from the early 18th century. Gnomes are used in Alexander Pope's The Rape of the Lock. The creatures from the mock epic are small, celestial creatures which were prudish women in their past lives, and now spend all of eternity looking out for prudish women. Other uses of the term gnome remain obscure until the early 19th century, when it was taken up by authors of the Romanticist collections of fairy tales and becomes mostly synonymous with the older word goblin. In the 19th century fiction, the chthonic gnome became a sort of antithesis to a more airy or luminous fairy. Or was it? Many people throughout history have said that they have seen gnomes for themselves, that these creatures are actually very real. And I have some audio, or if you're on YouTube, the video will be with it, of a man whose grandmother claims to have seen gnomes. So let's listen to that audio right now.
So my aunt told me the story of how she was captured by these gnomes at night. My aunt told me that she tried to explain to everyone, hey, this is what happened. I saw these gnomes and they took me to here. But no one would believe her. It was a dangerous place where she lived when she was little. There weren't any lights outside. There weren't any roads. It was just dirt. So one night she heard the sound and she went out to check. And when she checked, she describes it as these little gnomes with these pointy hats. She didn't feel any fear. What she did next was go with them, went with these gnomes. My aunt says that it was this world where there were lots of illuminating lights and it wasn't like Earth. At this time, my grandma was there in the house and she noticed that my aunt wasn't there. Everyone in the household went outside to look for her. So at this point, everyone in the house was looking for my aunt. My grandmother was panicking. She thought that something bad happened to my aunt. So they looked everywhere around the house, but no, they couldn't find my aunt. So you might be asking, where was she? This was late at night, and they found her next to the livestock. So they kept goats, cows nearby, and she was there. She was covered in mud, from top to bottom, covered in mud. She wasn't crying, she was just standing there, silent. Eventually they had to wake her up, and that's when she realized what was going on, and that's when she got scared. She cried, she screamed, and she told everyone that she went with the gnomes. Till this day, everyone thinks that she was hallucinating or making it up, or it was a dream.
And in more modern times, people are also still having sightings of gnomes. It is a common occurrence that people who take doses of hallucinogenics such as mushrooms, LSD, DMT, or other types, DXM, MDMA, that they all see a creature that they believe is a gnome with a pointy hat, little boots, little beards, just your general stereotype of a gnome. As crazy as that sounds, I have come to believe them because myself, high on mushrooms, have seen the gnomes. They know when you're not in your right mind, and that's when they'll make an appearance. Because they know that people won't believe you. And they want people to not believe in them, so they won't come looking for them. Now, throughout history, we've turned it into a joke. Gnomes are just a fucking joke now. Now they're garden gnomes, which are made of clay, which started in Germany, but has transformed to a much more modern thing. And they're no joke at all, though. They're no joke at all. They're real, and they are out there. And if you open your eyes and your mind to them, they'll show themselves. Oh, they'll show themselves, all right. Well, until next time, my name's Kevin Yarrow. You can email me at kevinyarrow@gmail.com. And until next time, row ass boat, motherfuckers.